What does a typical repair process looks like from the lens as of an engineer in one of these,
Mhm.
tall condo buildings? Like, what are you looking for? What are you peeling back to tell you the whole story on
Yeah.
what's going on structurally? I think this would be a good,
Yeah.
yeah.
So give you like a little background on like how reinforced concrete performs because South Florida, everything down here basically is reinforced concrete. We deal with hurricanes, so you don't really see wood frame construction in South Florida. You get more in Central Florida. You see that, and so reinforced concrete. You obviously have your rebar in there, and because we live in a very saltwater ish environment, when especially if you're right on the beach, what we're looking for is what's called a spall. Basically, that salt water, it penetrates the concrete. A lot of people think like, oh, it's concrete, it's fine. It's very porous. It's basically a really hard sponge, and so those chlorides they penetrate the concrete and they come in contact with the steel, and so that steel, once that chlorides hit, it turns into rust, and so that rust, that bar starts to expand, and when it expands, it causes the concrete to crack, and so if left unattended, these spalls could actually cause blowouts, and so when we go out and we do our assessments, you might see an engineer walking around with like a sounding tool or like a golf club. It could be as simple as a golf club. And you'll see them tapping around. And what we're looking for or we're listening for, there's a hollow sound and it's telling us like, oh, there's a spall here. I can see it crack. It looks like the concrete's kind of like ballooning up a little bit. And what we'll do is you cut that area out and you remove all of this loose concrete. When you open it, you just see a bunch of rust. And so what we'll do is you instruct the contractor to get a wire wheel and get all the rust off. And you can either use wire wheel, I've seen like sandblasting, as long as you get the bar clean and kind of starting fresh.